Hey y'all, I'm so excited to be back for another season of Catch This Now, where we have engaging topics that will educate you so you are enlightened with the tools and techniques that you can use to do the work on your journey to being the best version of yourself. In this season, we will cover gaslighting, identifying gaslighters, warning signs, and what you can do if you are dealing with a gaslighter or if you're a gaslighter. My name is Tiffany Hodge. I am your host, and my hope is that you catch all of this now so you won't get caught up with it later. So let's get empowered. Hey y'all, I'm so excited that you're back here for the third week of gaslighting. I'm so excited that you have decided to join me again. Thank you to those that are consistently listening to me. I appreciate you, and I also appreciate those of you that are new to my podcast. Thank you for allowing me to engage with you and you hearing my voice. I surely do appreciate it. I will also love it if you would subscribe and make sure your notifications are on so you are not missing a moment of when these things hit the press. All right, we are here for gaslighting, the experience of a victim of gaslighting is what we're going to talk about today. In the first episode, we did some brief definitions or defining gaslighting, and we talked about how it worked. And on last week, we covered um, why do people gaslight, like, right? And how to identify what a gaslighter or what I like to call a mass manipulator looks like. Sometimes we come up with new words, but they really mean about the same thing. And so you can use these, in my opinion, interchangeably. Gaslighter, mass manipulator, pick your poison, but just know that they are out to control everything about you on an emotional level. Again, if you haven't listened to the last two episodes, I would highly appreciate you and think you will find it not robbery to go and listen to them so you can really fully understand what we're talking about. I need a little water here. Oh, thank you. So, this week again, we're going over the experience of a gaslighting victim. I will actually put up a handout on my website so you can access that for free by visiting tiffanyempowers.me after this episode, and you can actually have what those warning signs may look like and see if any of this you identify with within yourself or with someone. Also, remember, my podcasts are not to replace therapy. If you are actively in therapy, I am proud of you. Continue to do the work. If you are still contemplating it, I continue to hope that you pray over it and hope you find yourself in a safe space enough to go and get the desired help and the help that you deserve so you can go and live the best life that you can. There's nothing wrong with seeking help. We all need help, and we as professionals are out here to do that. So I don't want you to replace this, though. This is just some tools and techniques to help you, probably help you get to where you may think, I really might need to go and see somebody. And I hope that's what my podcast is doing for you. Now, let's get to the meat and cheese of today. The victim of gaslighting feels like they have no real self-assurance. They are very self-doubtful people. They are very, they may show, let me say this, they may show that they're very confused, they are hurt, and they are sad. They usually feel these things and they can really express it. It's not like those things are numb to them. They're numb to it, but they are able to still verbally express it, right? And many victims of gaslighting often question their beliefs. And we've went over a lot of these, but I just want to spend this time because I think it's important that we know what warning signs to look for. They doubt their memory, have low self-esteem, have very low self-esteem. They feel their emotions are not valid, feel dependent on the manipulator, so it's almost like a codependency, if you will. Again, they're very confused, scared, unhappy. They could feel like they are literally going crazy. They're literally going out of their mind. And I keep referring back to the film Gaslight, with Bella and Paul. She exemplified that, and she stated it over and over and over. I feel like I'm losing my mind. I feel like I don't know what's going on. um just questioning everything about herself and her ability to be sane. She exemplified that, as it relates to him manipulating her into believing that she was doing the things that she really was not doing, having trouble making decisions, like it's it can kind of go into being codependent. A lot of things can kind of morph and fold over into each other, right? But these are just some of the basic signs and warning signs, that victims tend to show when they are in a manipulative situation with someone. Remember, manipulation can come in different types of forms of relationships. It can be a romantic relationship. It could be at work. It could be in the family, and it can be with friends. Having trouble explaining their situations, kind of just all over the place, like not really being able to put the story together, for it to make sense. They are, and in the movie, that kind of helps the manipulator with their goal here. Sometimes also remember, or excuse me, just remember that sometimes manipulators or gaslighters are not, all of them are not aware that that's what they are doing. Okay? Because it's a behavior, it's a pattern, it's something that they've seen, it's something that they've experienced, and so they just keep going, and it just, morphs over into a relationship that they currently have. But victims may say certain types of things like, I'm not sure what I think anymore. You know, uh, I guess I must have gotten it wrong. Like second guessing their own thoughts, their own processes, what they've seen with their own eyes. They tend to second guess. I can't tell what's real anymore. And a lot of times our society is gaslighting us. We don't know what's real, what's not real. Is that really what I just saw? Is this really happening? It's like we're living in a fantasy, and we don't know what is really going on. So I mean, to say this right now, I might be far fetched, but I think we're all in a form of gaslighting in some way in our society, because we don't know what's real. We don't know. I ain't gonna get there. I ain't gonna go there, but some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of you don't. We just don't know what's real anymore, and now we're always questioning a lot of things because it's just like, did I just see what I just saw, or is that really what's happening? Or and sometimes just speaking candidly here, I just think we are in a big gaslighting thing in our own society. I don't even know what's going on. I just said that. How many times in our own society do we see that? We really have no clue. You can't even get a grip on one thing without something else popping off or firing off, and what's going on. Are we being, in the words of Malcolm X, are we being bamboozled? You know, that's kind of how gaslighting works, and it's the manipulative thing, and it really does take a toll on the victims. And with all due respect, in some forms, I think we are all suffering a little bit of being mastered, being manipulated in some form of way. Not and you know what? It is a relationship that we have within the within the context of our country, and to feel that we don't know what's going on and what's real anymore should be frightening, to us all. And we want to try to get a grasp on reality of our for ourselves. And so I hope you really take what I'm saying in this episode and try to look at it and on a grander scale. A lot of times we talk about things on a more one-to-one scale, but we all may be in a space where we're being victimized on a bigger scale and we don't even know it, as it relates to gaslighting. So uh I wanted to put that out there. I will put this handout up where you can see the what a victim of gaslighting may be doing or thinking or feeling, and what they may say. So if you just need a guide, I find myself saying some of these things, right? And sometimes people think, oh, you're a therapist and you don't go through anything. We experience life just as you. And as I look at this and talk about this with you, it is just now clicking in my own mind, like, wow, in what ways have we been gaslighted? I would love to read some of your comments if you're on your platform and it allows you to leave comments. Let me know if you can identify some ways that all of us have been gaslighted in some form of way as it relates to how we operate as a country and as a people. And I would love to read those comments. Again, you can access this worksheet that I'm going to put up, or this little printout that I'm going to put up on my website. Make sure you visit. Next week we're going to wrap up this season. Yes, it was quick. It was 4 good episodes. I'm excited on gaslighting. We will give out what you can do about it. Yeah, so I'm not just going to leave you with nothing. I'm actually going to give you some things that you can try to do to get out of this manipulative situation that we all may be in one way or another. Make sure you have subscribed and those notifications are on. I would love to connect with you outside of this podcast. Please join my monthly newsletter to stay in the loop about any upcoming virtual events, savings, or other fun stuff by visiting tiffanyempowers.me. You can find me on all social media as well by searching my name. Until next time, stay engaged, continue to educate yourself, and embrace the enlightenment as it comes. Because I just did.